What's going on, guys? It's Team Undefined's leader, Ghost. Just here with a quick little deck profile of my Seeker deck. We did take it to locals the other day, and I did come in first with it. I did make only one change. Fuck you, Reaper.
Fuck you, I should have won.
No, you gotta buy. You gotta buy.
Well, if our other teammate would have played, I wouldn't have gotten a fucking buy.
Eat your... Yeah, okay. So, for my starter, I run Lucius. Pretty much with Lucius, if I have 3 Seekers in the front row, he is an 8k booster. You really can't get any better than that for Seekers. But there's the potential you can possibly, depending on what ones you're running, you might be able to plus some up to get above 10k. But other than that, 8k is really the biggest you're going to do. I do run 4 heals, of course. I run 2 stands, which I actually saw these more than not. I saw these actually more than my draws, surprisingly, which they did come in handy. But he's got the effect that when an attack hits a Vanguard that he boosted, then retire him and call a grade 1 or less to that rearguard spot as rested. Then 2 draw, just for a little bit of hand and to be able to soul charging, which you'll find out about later. 4 crit. The other 4 crit, because why not 8 crit. Then onto the grade 1s. 4 of the 10k swingers. You pretty much have to run 10k swingers now with all the Legion, the 11k base. Cross rides are still a thing. So pretty much with hymns now a 17, they have to guard with, if it's a cross ride, they can guard with a 5. If not, then they have to guard with a 10.
Part of the placement, Joe Muggs.
And Joe Muggs has amazing coffee. So keep that in mind. And then Lake Maiden Leanne, pretty much to pitch stuff for Legion, to draw more cards, to set up drop zone for Legion mainly though. Then yep. I run only 1 quintet wall and 3 perfect guards. The only reason I run 1 quintet wall is because I have plenty of stuff that will pitch stuff to grave. I fill grave really quickly anyway, right in the beginning of the game, because I do guard early just to fill it to get my legions off. Then we have this fucker. He was Glengal. I didn't like him. So now he is an 11k booster. Pretty much when he's placed on rear guard, if Vanguard is in Legion, he gains 11k. Oh, not 11k. He gains 4k and becomes an 11k.
You're welcome.
Okay. Then on to grade 2s. I run 2 Gildas. Pretty much with Gildas, when he is on rear guard and Vanguard Legions, I can counterblast 1 and then search my deck for 1 Seeker and call it to rear guard. Then I run 4 Blaster Blade Seekers, 2 of them Legionnaires. I hate the fact that this was a mass misprint where he was a Shadow Paladin, but they're all gorgeous, except for them. Fuck them. These need to be double rares like they were in the OCG, so I could get them to go with Thing Saber. But they're not, so fuck them.
Wingle!
Fuck your Wingle.
No. No, you're going about it all wrong.
Then I run 3 of the grade 2 promos. Pretty much with these, if they hit Vanguard, I can plus 5,000 another unit.
in the front row.
No. Yeah, no. It's plus 5,000 another unit. I can plus 5,000 that 8K booster. I don't give a fuck.
That's nice.
Then I run 4 of the 12K swingers, mainly because they're 12K swingers. Everything has a base power of 11 now, so just for that 1 over, it either forces them to drop hand or they take a damage. Then onto the grade 3s. 4 Thing Savers. Pretty much with Thing Saver, it's Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 3, and I think it's, yeah, and 2 cards from hand. When he is in Legion, activate the ability, search through the deck, grab another Thing Saver, write it over as stood, and then Legion with the Blaster Blade Seeker that's in Soul. You pretty much use Thing Saver for your late game finisher. Pretty much don't want to run him or start with him as your grade 3, because most of the time you're not going to get his effect off.
Also, you might want to clarify about the Re-Legion skill.
With the Re-Legion?
Yeah.
A lot of people are still thinking that when you do Re-Legion with Thing Saver, you do not add 4 back, because adding 4 back is the cost to seek the mate. You're not seeking the mate, you are just taking the mate out of Soul.
The mate.
And re-legioning. So there is no, oh, Legion, add 4, seek the mate. Okay, yep, re-legion, add 4 back, and then grab the 1 from Soul. That's not how that works. And then pretty much the grade 3 you want to drop every time is Alfred. With Alfred, when he is in Legion, he gains plus 1,000 for every Seeker rearguard you have. And then if you have 5 or more rearguards, he gains a critical.
Yay!
And there's... I hated having to do this, but at this past locals tournament, our teammate Prophecy was at 3 damage, and I swung in Legion, and she guarded for 1 to pass, and I hit a critical. So he dealt 3 damage, and me and her were fighting for first. So it's a pain in the ass, because especially if you've got the 8K booster behind him, and he's got enough rearguard support. That's a 33K right there to your face.
37. That's fucking stupid.
But that's my secret deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to build the deck, I'll leave the deck list in the description. If you do actually wind up building the deck, let me know how it playtests for you. For me, it's perfect. I rarely had a game where I was just like, oh, I can't do anything. But other than that, why don't you go ahead and give us a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and we'll be putting out more videos here pretty soon. See you later, guys.